Ladies and gentlemen, let's get real. How many times have you told yourself, this is it? I'm going to change. I'm going to be consistent this time, only to fall right back into the same cycle? You start strong, you feel motivated, and then boom, life happens. You get tired, you get distracted, and suddenly you're right back where you started. Sound familiar? Listen to me. This is the pattern that's killing your dreams. You are not tired. You are not too busy. You are just undisciplined. And if you don't fix it, if you don't force yourself to be consistent, you will never have the life you say you want. So I need you to decide right now, are you finally ready to break this cycle? Or are you about to make another excuse? What if I told you that the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the fact that you keep giving yourself a way out? That every single time things get hard, every time you feel tired, every time the work gets uncomfortable, you take the easy road. You hit snooze, you skip the gym, you say, I'll start tomorrow, and you do it again and again and again until one day you wake up and you don't even recognize the person in the mirror. Let me be real with you. Your dreams are dying, not because you're not capable, not because you're not smart enough, not because life is unfair, but because you are keeping one foot out the door. You are still giving yourself permission to quit. And as long as that's an option, you will never be consistent. You will never be disciplined, and you will never break through. You need to burn the option to quit. Destroy it. Rip it out of your life like a weed, choking out your potential. You want success, you want power, you want control over your life, then you have to make a decision, not a wish, not a hope, a decision. When Hernan Cortez landed in a new world with his men, he did something insane. He burned the ships. His men looked at him like he was crazy. How the hell are we going to get home? And he said, that's how you win. When retreat is not an option, when quitting is off the table, that's when you find out what you're really made of. And listen, I know what you're thinking, but Tony, what if I fail? What if you fail? What if you spend the next 10 years watching other people live the life you should have had? What if you die with regret, choking the last breath out of you because you never had the courage to go all in? That's the real failure. The real failure isn't falling down, it's staying down. It's quitting when you had more fight left in you. So today I'm telling you, no more. No more dipping your toe in the water. No more half-assing your goals. No more, I'll start next Monday. You either commit or you accept the life you have right now as your forever. You have to make it non-negotiable. Just like you don't try to breathe, you don't try to eat when you're hungry. You just do it. Because it's who you are. That's how you have to treat your consistency. You don't decide every day whether or not to show up. You show up because that's what people who win do. And I'm not talking about making little comfortable promises to yourself. I'm talking about making it impossible to quit. You want to get in shape? Hire the trainer, pay them up front, and tell them you lose the money if you don't show up. You want to build a business? Announce your launch date publicly and make sure everyone's watching. You want to change your life? Make the cost of staying the same so painful that you'd rather fight like hell than go back to your old ways. Because the truth is, most people aren't consistent because they don't feel the pain of quitting in the moment. It's easy to skip one workout. It's easy to slack off one day. But what if every time you gave up, you could see the future you were destroying? What if every time you quit, you had to look your future self in the eyes and say, I'm sorry, I was too weak to fight for you? You don't want that life. You don't want to wake up one day and realize you had the power to be great, but you never had the guts to commit. So right now, you make a choice. You either walk out of here the same person, with the same habits, the same excuses, and the same results, or you burn the ships. You decide that from this moment forward, quitting is not an option. Excuses are not an option. You are either all in or you are out. Because let me tell you something, success doesn't go to the smartest. It doesn't go to the luckiest. It goes to the ones who refuse to stop. So what are you going to do? Quit again? Or set your world on fire and never look back? You say you want success, you say you want change, but let me ask you something. How many times have you started something, felt excited, felt unstoppable, only to quit the moment it got hard? How many times have you set a goal, told yourself, this is it, this time I'm serious, only to let yourself off the hook when life punched you in the face? Listen to me, motivation is garbage. Motivation is the biggest lie you've ever believed. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you're making progress. But the second you don't feel like it, it's gone. And guess what? The world doesn't care how you feel. Success doesn't wait for you to be in the mood. Your dreams don't care about your excuses. You know who wins? The person who shows up, whether they feel like it or not. The person who doesn't need a pep talk, doesn't need the perfect conditions, doesn't need someone to hold their hand, just get it done. Because they don't rely on motivation, they rely on discipline. You think Navy SEALs feel motivated to wake up at 4 a.m. and train until they puke? You think top athletes feel motivated every single day to push their bodies to the limit? You think self-made millionaires feel motivated to work 16-hour days while everyone else is partying? No, but they do it anyway. Because it's not about what they feel, it's about what they've committed to. And some of you right now, you're stuck. You're sitting in a life you hate, a body you hate, a situation you hate, and you keep telling yourself, if I just had more motivation. Stop lying to yourself. You don't need motivation. You need to make a decision. Do you know the cost of living your life based on feelings? Do you know what it's costing you every time you skip the work? Because you're tired? Because you're stressed? Because you don't feel like it? I'll tell you, it's costing you your future. Every single time you choose comfort over commitment, you are killing your potential. You are saying, I'm okay with being average. I'm okay with wasting my life. And let's get real. You know that feeling. You know the pit in your stomach when you let yourself down. You know the guilt, the frustration, the regret of breaking another promise to yourself. That is the weight of inconsistency. That is the life sentence you are giving yourself by choosing the easy road. But guess what? You can flip the script right now. You can decide that from this moment forward, you don't operate on feelings, you operate on discipline. You become the person who does the work no matter what. You show up tired, you show up stressed, you show up when it's inconvenient, when nobody's watching, when nobody's clapping for you, because discipline isn't about getting motivated. It's about becoming the kind of person who does the hard things automatically. You don't question it. You don't negotiate with yourself. You don't give yourself a way out. You just do it. And I'm going to give you the key. Make it non-negotiable. Make the cost of quitting higher than the pain of doing the work. Lock yourself in. Remove the option to fail. If you say you're going to the gym, tell your best friend you owe them $1,000 if you miss a day. If you say you're starting a business, post your launch date publicly and make damn sure you follow through. Burn every bridge to your old habits. Because let me tell you something. Success isn't built on how you feel. It's built on what you do. And the people who win, the people who dominate, they don't wait to feel good. They train themselves to show up no matter what. So here's your choice. You can stay the same, keep waiting for motivation, keep living the life that makes you miserable, or you can step up, take control, and never let your feelings dictate your future again. Because at the end of the day, it's not about how bad you want it, it's about how willing you are to suffer for it. What if I told you that right now, this very second, you are choosing your future? Not tomorrow, not next year, right now. Every decision you make, every excuse you let slide, every moment you hesitate, you are either building the life you want or burying it. And the terrifying truth, most people are digging their own graves, one excuse at a time. You want success, but you hesitate. You want change, but you negotiate with yourself. You want more, but you keep pulling the emergency brake the second things get uncomfortable. And you wonder why your life looks the same as it did last year. You wonder why you feel stuck. Let me tell you why. Because you keep giving yourself a way out. You have trained yourself to stop when it gets hard, when you're tired, when you don't feel like it. But listen to me. Your feelings do not control your destiny. Your actions do. And right now, you are running a program, a pattern, a belief system that is keeping you in chains. You have convinced yourself that you can try and that trying is enough. It's not. Trying gives you an exit. It lets you fail with dignity. You don't try to be successful. You commit. You don't try to change your life. You decide. And here's what you need to understand. Every second you hesitate, every time you say, I'll do it later, you are reinforcing weakness. You are programming your mind to accept failure, and you are choosing to stay exactly where you are. If that doesn't make your blood boil, if that doesn't light a fire under you, then I don't know what will. Because the truth is, there is no secret formula. There is no magic pill. There is just this. You do the work or you don't. You show up or you don't. You execute or you don't. And the cost of inaction, it's everything. The life you dream about, gone. The respect you want, gone. The power, the confidence, the success, the impact, gone. And for what? A little comfort, a little ease? That moment when you say, I'll do it tomorrow? That is the moment you lose. That is the moment you set yourself back years. But let me tell you something. You can change it right now. You don't need permission. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need to decide that you are done being the person who waits. You are done making excuses. You are done sitting on the sidelines of your own damn life. You want to know how people transform? How they go from broke, depressed, out of shape, lost, to unstoppable? They stop thinking and they start executing. They create momentum so powerful that stopping isn't an option. And it starts with one decision. Never hesitate again. You feel like quitting? Move anyway. You don't know what to do? Take a step anyway. You feel tired, unmotivated, scared? Do it anyway. Because if you don't, you will be standing in this same spot 5 years from now, full of regret, watching someone else live the life you were too afraid to chase. And here's the best part. You don't have to wait. You don't have to prepare. You don't have to get ready. You just do right now. Because if not now, when? If not you, who? You think you have time? You don't. You think life will wait for you to get it together? It won't. And the brutal truth, no one is coming to save you. No one is going to drag you to your destiny. It is on you. So here's the deal. You either step up right now and own your power, or you let another day slip by. And if you let it slip, I promise you this, you'll wish you hadn't. Because at the end of the day, there are two kinds of people, those who make excuses and those who make history. Which one are you? What if I told you that right now, at this exact moment, you are either creating the life you want or destroying it? That every thought, every choice, every excuse you allow into your mind is either building your future or burning it to the ground. You don't get to stand still. You don't get to press pause. Life doesn't wait. So let me ask you, how much longer are you going to tolerate your own bullshit? How much longer are you going to let fear dictate your life? How many more times are you going to say, I'll start tomorrow, knowing damn well that tomorrow never comes? How many more times are you going to wake up and feel the weight of regret pressing down on you because you know you were meant for more, and yet you keep playing small? It ends now. Because let me tell you something, you don't get what you want in life. You get what you tolerate. And most of you have been tolerating excuses. You've been tolerating fear. You've been tolerating comfort. And guess what? That's why your life looks the way it does. That's why you're stuck. That's why you're exhausted. That's why you feel like something is missing, because deep down you know you were built for more, but you haven't demanded it from yourself. And that's the difference. The people who win, the people who dominate in life, the ones who take their dreams and turn them into reality, they don't hope, they don't wish, they don't try. They decide, they commit, they execute. But you keep negotiating with yourself. You say you want success, but then you let fear talk you out of it. You say you want to be great, but then you look for the easiest path. You say you want to change, but the second it gets hard, you run back to what's familiar, and then you wonder why you're stuck. Enough. Because the truth is, you don't need another motivational video. You don't need more inspiration. You need to take ownership. You need to grab the wheel of your life and stop letting your circumstances, your past, your feelings control where you're going. Because the brutal truth, if you don't take control, someone else will. You will either step up and claim your power, or you will live by someone else's rules, work for someone else's dreams, and spend your life wondering what could have been. And the cost of waiting, let me make this crystal clear, it's your life, your health, your confidence, your bank account, your relationships, your legacy. Every second you hesitate, every time you choose comfort over action, you are sacrificing the future you could have had. You are stealing from yourself. So what do? How do you break out of this? Simple. Stop thinking, start moving right now. Not later, not tomorrow, now. Because your brain, it's a liar. It will try to keep you safe. It will try to talk you out of risk, out of effort, out of anything that requires growth. And if you listen to that voice, you lose. So you train yourself to act. You train yourself to move before the fear has a chance to stop you. You wake up and you execute. You stop negotiating, stop hesitating, stop waiting for the perfect moment. You decide that from this moment forward, you will operate on a new level. One where excuses are dead, one where fear is fuel, one where the only option is forward. Because here's the truth, your life can change in an instant. The second you decide to stop waiting, the second you decide to stop tolerating the old version of yourself, the second you say, I am done playing small, and when you do that, when you truly step into your power, everything changes, your energy shifts, your confidence grows, your results explode, and suddenly, you're not chasing your dreams anymore. You're living them. But you have to take the first step right now. Because at the end of the day, the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the bullshit story you keep telling yourself about why you can't have it. So what's it gonna be? Look me in the eye and tell me, what the hell are you waiting for? Now, seriously, what's the excuse today? Not the right time, too tired, too busy, not enough money, not enough support? Let me tell you something. Your excuses don't care about your dreams. Your fears don't give a damn about your future. Every second you hesitate, you are digging your own grave. Because here's the brutal truth. Nobody is coming to save you. Not your friends, not your family, not the government, not some magical moment in the future where everything finally feels right. If you don't make the decision to take control of your life right now, you are choosing failure. You are choosing mediocrity. And that is the cold, hard truth. Because life isn't waiting for you to get your shit together. Every day you sit back, another person who's hungrier than you is grinding, pushing, growing, and taking what could have been yours. Someone out there has less time, less money, less support, and more obstacles than you, and they're still making it happen. And you're waiting. Do you know what waiting costs you? It costs you your dreams. It costs you your confidence. It costs you your legacy. And let me tell you something, there is no pain worse than waking up 10 years from now, looking in the mirror, and realizing that you let fear rob you of everything you could have been, that you wasted years sitting on potential instead of stepping into power, that you played small because it was comfortable, because it was easy, because it was safe. Safe doesn't build empires. Safe doesn't change lives. Safe doesn't wake you up on fire for life. Safe is the slow death of everything inside you that was meant to be great. So let me ask you, are you done yet? Are you done pretending you don't know what to do? Because let's be real, you know what you need to do. You've always known. You've known for years. You just haven't had the guts to do it. You let the fear win. You let the excuses win. You let the comfort of average win. And that ends today. Because here's what you're going to do. You're going to stop waiting, stop wishing, stop hoping, and you're going to take action. Step one, burn the damn bridges. Make the decision right now that there is no turning back. That the old version of you, dead. The hesitation, dead. The excuses, dead. You don't get to play both sides. You don't get to half-ass this. You don't get to keep one foot in comfort and one foot in greatness. You commit fully. Step two, train your brain to kill fear with action. Fear is a liar. Fear is a parasite. The only way to destroy it is to move. The second your mind says, I'm scared, you step forward anyway. you take the risk, you make the call, you show up, you do it scared, because action will always beat fear. Step 3, own your time like your life depends on it. Because guess what? IT does. No more wasting hours scrolling. No more I'll do it later. No more I don't have time. You do have time. You've just been throwing it away. Track it, protect it, own it. Because every second wasted is a piece of your dream you just gave away to someone else. And step 4, you outwork, outlast, and outfight every damn obstacle in your path. When it gets hard, you push harder. When you fail, you get back up faster. When people doubt you, you turn that into fuel. Because success doesn't go to the smartest, the most talented, or the most connected. It goes to the ones who refuse to quit. And listen to me. When you go all in, when you commit at a level that most people will never understand, you will become unstoppable. You will wake up with energy you didn't know you had. You will start seeing opportunities everywhere. You will move through life with the kind of power that makes people stop and ask what the hell happened to them. And do you know what your answer will be? I finally decided. So here's your moment, right here, right now. You either step up or you stay the same. You either take control or you keep waiting. You either choose to become the person you were meant to be, or you settle for a life you don't even recognize. Because at the end of the day, there's only one thing separating winners from losers, champions from spectators, the powerful from the weak: decision. So what's it going to be?